Hello everyone, welcome and thank you for watching this video. This is another episode of UI admission process video guide, and in my previous videos I've shown you admission procedures relating to requirements, calculation of admission chances, cutoff marks and other things. So this video is specifically meant for post UTME candidates or those who are using ordinary level or let's say UTME to process admission. This video is not for direct entry candidates. So for direct entry candidates, they may find their videos on this YouTube channel as well. So if you are a UTME candidate that you are using O level to apply for admission with JAMB into UI, so this video is specifically meant for you. And this video I'm going to show you what you have to do next after you have seen your JAMB score. So and the title is what next after JAMB, you are processing your admission, or from JAMB to UI, what you must do next. So I have 8 things I listed here, and I'll be giving explanation for each as we move on. So let's go to the first one. So the first thing you are going to do after you have seen your JAMB score is to calculate your chances of gaining admission into UI. And this is a very straightforward thing, and it's very transparent. So calculating your chances of admission will make you to have a rough idea of whether you stand a good chance to study the particular course you have chosen in UI or not. And to do that, you have to compare what your imaginary aggregate could be with the previous cutoff marks of your course. The previous cutoff marks for your course, you can find the explanation or you can see them in the video dedicated to it. You will find it on this YouTube channel where I show different cutoff mark for different course over the past few years, like 5 years ago. So you can find it. It gives you an idea of the average cutoff mark for your course. So if you are planning to study a particular course which the average cutoff mark is 70, and you have seen your JAMB score now, whatever your JAMB score could be, you can use it to calculate your chances. So your admission requires that you have at least 200 in JAMB. So if you don't have up to 200 in JAMB, you are not qualified to apply for UI Post UTME. But as long as you have at least 200, you are qualified to apply for UI Post UTME. So now we are saying that someone wants to study a particular course which the aggregate is, okay, let's say an average aggregate is 70 and the person is having 260 in JAMB. So what that person will do is to divide that 260 by 8, and if you any course you want to study or any score you have, that's the same formula you are going to use. So you divide that score, that JAMB score you have, by 8. You write whatever you have, you write it down, and now you have an imaginary Post UTME score that you think you can have in UI Post UTME, and UI Post UTME is over 100. So you have an imaginary Post UTME score and you divide it by 2. Let's assume you are planning to have like 65 in Post UTME. So you divide it by 2, you will having 32.5. And now you having 260 in JAMB. You divide 260 by 8, and that gives you 32.5 again. So 32.5 plus 32.5 again, that gives you 65. And the average cutoff mark for the course the person wants to study is 70. You can see that the person is quite below the average cutoff mark by 5 points. So it's not possible for that person to be on the safe side of that admission. And the same course you are planning to study or you are applying for with 260, another person is applying for that same score with 300, with 270, with 290 and all that. So to be on the safe side and to have a peace of mind when you're applying for admission, what you are going to do, calculate your chances of admission, see how much score you will need in post UTME to meet the average aggregate for the course you want to study, and that will give you an idea whether you have a good chance to study that course or not. So this is something you will do yourself, and and a comprehensive explanation about it, I have it in another video on this YouTube channel. So if you are yet to watch the video to know comprehensively or completely how you can calculate your chance of admission and other explanation relating to it, you can scroll around or navigate this YouTube channel to check for that video. So that's the first thing you are going to do as an aspirant of UI. You calculate your chances of admission, and after you are done calculating it, if your chances are quite low, then you should know you have to either change your institution or you change your course as soon as possible. So, and changing your course means that you are choosing or deciding to pick a less competitive course. So for this person that we have calculated their chances of admission and they have 65, uh they have 65, and the average cutoff mark for the course they want to study is 70, and we can decide that okay, the person is quite low with that aggregate by 65. So the person will just look at some other courses that are around that 65, like the courses that have 60, 61, 62, 63 as their average cutoff marks. The person can just choose those courses and change the courses as soon as possible before they begin to write or they begin to register for post UTME. So your decision should not be too long. So you have to change your course as quickly as possible before post UTME will be out, so that you could be recognized for that course. So that's basically what you have to do first, and this is most important in the process of admission, so that you will not waste your time and you will not waste your money. So calculate your chances of admission now, so that you have a peace of mind and you have an idea whether you stand a good chance to study that course or not. For a further explanation, you can check the video guide explaining how to calculate chance of admission in this YouTube channel. You'll find it and you thank me that you do. So let's go to the second one. So the second thing you are going to do if you are applying for admission UI is to change your institution to UI if you are yet to do so. Some people have chosen other institutions, but they are now considering UI. So if you are decided to choose UI, you do that as soon as possible so that you could be recognized on time. Do your change of institution to UI as soon as possible so that you can be recognized on time. And for those who have decided to change their course, whether to a lower course or to an higher course, you have to do that as soon as possible so that they will recognize that you have chosen this particular course. If you change your course late, they might not recognize you and they will just consider you for the previous course, and that's what they will grade you on. So if UI was not your first choice in JAMB, make sure you change your institution to UI. And if you feel like your current course is too competitive, it is very good to change your course to a lower course that have a lower cutoff mark. So that will improve your chances of getting it instead of wasting your time chasing what you cannot achieve. So make a quick decision so that you can prepare early. So let's go to the third one. So if you want to do change of institution, you go to a CBT center to do change of institution. And you want to do change of course as well, you go to JAMB CBT center to do it. So that's just the process of doing change of institution and change of course. So let's go to the third one. Yes, so the third thing you are going to do as an aspirant of UI is to enroll for UI specific post UTME tutorials. So this means that there are tutorials that are being run by those who know and those who have idea of how things work in UI. So, and those people would guide you and give you what you are going to do specifically, and they're going to teach you and prepare you for your post UTME. So do not enroll for a tutorial with people that do not know how things works. And specifically, if you are enrolling for post-UTME tutorials with people that know how things works. They will show you how UI set their questions. You also see and you test yourself, you grade yourself so that you'll be very prepared for the exam. So if you are enrolling for a tutorial, make sure the tutorial is UI based or it is being run by those who know how things work. Okay, so UI specific or UI based tutorial are designed to help you understand the exam structure and get you prepared with the right materials. So they will expose you to how you answer their questions and all that. So it's very important. So let's go to the next one. So the first thing you are going to do is to buy post-UTME past and practice questions. It's very important that you have been practicing now so that when you get to the exam hall, you will not be shocked. So we used to emphasize on this because most people will get to the exam hall and they will be shocked at the questions they will be seeing. Specifically, UI does not set simple or basic questions. UI will set complicated questions and all that. So, and for those who have experienced how UI set their post-UTME questions, they have been advising students and they know how it works. So for you not to be shocked in the exam hall, it is better you buy your post-UTME practice questions or past questions so that you get yourself prepared and you will not be shocked in the exam hall. So that's one of the best way to prepare for your post-UTME. And the pattern that you are used to set their questions, you will get familiar with it if you are using this type of materials. So for anyone who is interested in this type of materials, it's not available in PDF. It's only available in hard copy. So you can send a message on WhatsApp with the contact I will be dropping in the description, and you read the details of how you can get it, the price, the delivery method and all that, how you can pay and all that. So it goes a long way when you gain access to this type of material before you write your exam. So that's the fourth thing you are going to do if you are planning to apply for admission UI. So let's go to the next one. So number 5 now. Sometimes we see that people would be ignorant of the information and all that, and they will not be aware whenever information drops and they miss out. Some people have a good score, they will have a good chance, and what will downgrade them is not having access to accurate information. Some people would have access to information, but the type of information they have access to is not accurate or is a false information. So for you to have access to uh, a good information, you have to join relevant UI Aspirant WhatsApp groups to get accurate information like this. People that will show you what you have to do on time so that you not miss out. So it's very important. This particular thing is very important. Sometimes we see people every year, we see them having a very good score, having a very good chances and all that, but they will just miss out on information and that's how they will not gain admission. So for you not to be a victim of wrong information, please join a relevant WhatsApp group. And if you want to join one, you can send me a message on WhatsApp to be added to your Aspirant WhatsApp groups and channels that we share information. So this one is very, very important. Number 6 now, let's go. So number 6 is that you prepare for exam. So when the time comes, the position will be announced and all that. And the exam is CBT. It is physical. You are not doing it online. It is physical and the exam is based over 100. If you're having 100 questions, 25 each from your 4 subject combination, the same subject combination you have in JAMB, they will set 25 questions each from them, and you have 1 hour 30 minutes. That's 90 minutes. So you have to prepare very well, and the questions are not basic questions. You have to be attentive, you have to be very smart, you have to be you have to have time management and others. So if you have started preparing now, it will surely help you when you get to the exam hall. So the number six thing you have to do as an aspirant is to prepare for your post-UTME exam by having access to past questions that you'll be solving every day. You solve it every day, you time yourself over a period of time, you be smart, you manage time, you be fast. So you get prepared by practicing and practicing. So let's go to the next one. So number 7, so whenever the portal is open or whenever the post UTME is announced, you will do the registration, and instructions for the registration will be posted as soon as the portal is open or as soon as the post UTME is announced. So the school manager will announce the post UTME whenever it's time, and the instruction is that you log into the admission portal with your JAMB registration number and your surname in capital letters as the password. So if you have not chosen you as the first choice, you won't be able to log into that portal. If you do not have up to 200 in JAMB, you won't be able to log into that portal. And if you do not change your institution to UI on time, you may have delay in logging into that portal. So that's why I advise that you have changed your course on time so that you'll be recognized on time. You change your institution to UI on time so that you'll be recognized on time. So that's the 7th step or 7th thing you have to do or know if you're applying for admission in UI. So let's go to the next one. So number 8 is that after you have registered, exam details will be sent to you. You do reprint, you see your exam day, time, schedule, and all that. And after the exam, if the exam has ended, the result will be released alongside your aggregate. They will calculate your aggregate for you automatically because it's something that is straightforward and transparent. You will also see your aggregate, and they will also release cutoff mark after that. That's departmental cutoff mark. And the explanation of how they arrive at cutoff mark, I've explained that in one of my videos. You can go and watch it. That is, it is basically if they want to choose, if the quota for a particular department is 150, UI will just choose the first 150 people and they will leave the rest. So that's basically what they do. So the last person on the line, this 150th person, will be the cutoff. The person below that 150th person will be cut off. So that's how they do. So the cutoff mark will be released after the uh, exam or after the result has been released. So and that's why it's very important for you to compare your aggregate with previous cutoff mark for the course you want to study, even though they will not be the same. But you also know if you are on a safe side. So if your score, if your aggregate meets the cutoff, then you are safe. But if your aggregate is lower or far lower than the cutoff, then you are not safe. And what you are going to do next after that is that UI may consider you for other less competitive course, and that's automatic. You are not the one that will decide where they will send you to or where they will transfer you to. We call it course transfer. So they will transfer candidates to lower courses. They will transfer them to lower courses automatically, and it is not always guaranteed. It's by luck, and it is better you gain admission on merit than to be praying for or to be waiting and hoping for course transfer. So that's how it works. So let me see what we have next. Okay, that's the end of what you have to do. So now I have explained from the beginning that these are the things you have to do as an aspirant of UI. Number 1, calculate your chances of admission. Number 2, change your institution or course if you are required to do so on time. Number 3, enroll for UI specific or UI based post-UTME tutorials. Number 4, I said that you should buy post-UTME past questions to practice. Number 5 is that you join relevant aspirant WhatsApp groups to gain access to accurate information. Number 6 is that you prepare for exam. Number 7, you register for the post-UTME whenever the portal is open. And number 8, you keep track of the cutoff mark, keep track of when the result is released and all that. And that will be the end for now. That will be the end of the information for now. So if you have followed this video, you see that what you have to do, they are quite not much. And in addition, you have to upload your O level results to the JAMB portal. It's very, very important. So that will be the end of this video, or the end of this episode now. So please share this video, like this video, and subscribe to this YouTube channel. So if you want to contact me, I will share my WhatsApp number in the description of this video. You can just check and send a message on WhatsApp for some other things you may need. And sometimes I may request that people pay for consultation. If there is a need for that, I will ask you to pay for consultation. And most of this information are for free, public information and general information. But if you need a personalized information, professional guidance and all that, you may need to pay for consultation now. So make sure you join our WhatsApp group. The link may be provided, or you send a message on WhatsApp to get it. And also links to some other videos or a playlist will be dropped so that you can watch my previous videos and you can watch them all together to gain complex information. So that will be the all for now. Please like, share, and subscribe to this YouTube channel. I will see you in the next video. Thank you once again.